How you doing? Scotty Bear back with another video. This video about the opening of Las Vegas. We got about 72 hours-ish till Las Vegas is planned to open. Phase 2 kicked off kind of, I guess, Friday or Saturday. The traffic around Las Vegas is picking up. It appears to be leaning more towards normal. However, the protests and what has happened over the weekend, uh, it's hard to know if that would delay this. I mean, for a couple reasons. One is lodging. You have now given the protesters the ability to get lodging and come to town. This may be an issue. It's hard to know where people are staying. From some of the streams I've watched, I don't totally buy into the protesters are coming from out of town. I think some are coming from out of town, but I'm not totally buying that completely. But why not come to Vegas and protest, right? I mean, that seems to be at least reasonable. The next thing really is, in my mind, is do you open up casinos and offer them, our protesters, the abilities to go in the casinos? I mean, right now, I feel like, Vegas is a different place. I mean, there is the strip area, which these casinos have very sophisticated, fire systems and stuff like that. So they're very hard. I mean, it wouldn't be very easy for even a good amount of protesters to, hurt one of these casinos. Most of them are barricaded, so they're not easily accessible. They have their own security and so on. And, so I feel like that has, help suppress some of the real hardcore radical, protests or riots and stuff like that, places like LA and stuff seen. I mean, basically you could, take down a place or two, but, most like the heavy targets for looting and stuff like that are very spread out. So you get one or two maybe if you're lucky, and then the cops come. The other thing is the cops in Las Vegas have been very aggressive at protesters. Actually, last night, where the protests began the night before in downtown, which were for the most part pretty subdued, or very tagging and a few broken windows, but still, like I said, Las Vegas really is a hard target, is in terms of, I mean, they got parking garages, casinos, which I'm pretty sure are, the windows are shatterproof and stuff. It'd be hard to break into one of these from, street level, and then be able to go in there and burn the place down or whatever they plan. And then what are you going to steal? Some poker tables and machines, which again, actually these are very tough devices, heavy and things like that. So, again, this is not a super easy target. So, I think that is a concern. If you open up, then you open the doors to these people, which then could attack people inside, or enter the property and then give it exposure to maybe additional problems. So we have those situations. I feel that could hurt. Also downtown, again, they were able to go out on the streets, but they weren't able to get on the Fremont Street because, again, it was barricaded, and it has separate security. So, very interesting weekend. If you're unaware, it was kind of fun out there, and lots of entertainment to watch. Entertainment in the sense where it was what will happen next. Of course, many more people were hurt, and the online and the coverage from different embedded YouTubers and vloggers and all that was entertaining to watch. And basically, it kind of leaves you with the question, what next? Can this actually continue? Are we headed for civil war? I mean, man, it's very distressing. The other thing is curfew, and they had Summerlin on lockdown pretty good last night. So, like I said, it's Las Vegas remains to be a pretty tough target. And again, from social media, it seems like they are gonna try some more. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I am hopeful, actually, that this will go away and not complicate things further. The only thing in my mind also is I guess we gotta wait 2 weeks to find out if all this is going to create a corona spike. Remember the corona? Yeah, that's me too. That's how all this started. I mean, with 40 million people out of work, this is creating a lot of opportunity for these people to have extra time on their hands. I think that's also a factor. Plus, I think people are frustrated, so I think that is a bit of a factor too. The government hasn't delivered on many of its promises, and even from Las Vegas, is having its share of problems with even higher unemployment than the national average. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you for watching my videos. Have a wonderful Monday.